Have you ever wondered why some people stay calm even when their entire world is falling apart, while others panic over the smallest problems? The difference isn't luck. It isn't talent. It's mental strength. The ancient Stoics believed that fear doesn't control your life. Your reaction to fear does. More than 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca discovered powerful principles that helped them face war, betrayal, failure, and loss without losing themselves. Today, those same principles can help you become fearless in a world full of anxiety, pressure, and uncertainty. In this video, you'll discover 8 Stoic rules that will help you overcome fear, control your emotions, build unshakable confidence, and become mentally stronger every single day. Stay until the end, because the final rule is the one that separates ordinary people from truly unstoppable people. Fear has stopped more dreams than failure ever has. Most people don't fail because they aren't talented. They fail because they never begin. They wait until they feel confident, until they feel ready, until fear disappears. But that day never comes. The Stoics understood a powerful truth. Fear grows in the imagination, not in reality. Think about the last time you were afraid to do something. Maybe it was starting a new career, speaking in front of people, starting a business, or making a difficult decision. How many times did your mind create worst-case scenarios that never actually happened? Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Those words are just as true today as they were 2,000 years ago. Imagine standing at the edge of a dark forest. From a distance, it looks terrifying. Your mind imagines danger behind every tree. But the moment you take the first step, you begin to realize the fear was much bigger than the reality. Life works exactly the same way. Fear always looks strongest before you face it. Marcus Aurelius never waited to feel fearless. He acted despite fear, because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward while fear is still whispering in your ear. Every challenge you avoid makes fear stronger. Every challenge you face makes you stronger. That's why fearless people aren't born differently. They simply train themselves to act again and again. The next time fear tells you you're not ready, answer it with action. Take one small step, then another. Because confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes after action. Remember, your comfort zone may feel safe, but nothing grows there. The life you want, the person you want to become, is waiting on the other side of fear. And once you learn to face fear instead of running from it, you'll discover a strength you never knew you had. There is an invisible prison, and millions of people live inside it every single day. The prison isn't made of steel. It's made of other people's opinions. Think about how many decisions you've changed, simply because you were worried about what others might think. How many dreams have you delayed because you feared criticism? How many times have you hidden your true self just to fit in? The Stoics believe that the moment your happiness depends on someone else's approval, you give away your freedom. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every day, "I cannot control what others think of me, but I can control the kind of person I choose to become." Imagine an eagle flying high above the mountains. Does it stop flying because crows are making noise below? Of course not. It continues its journey, without looking back, without asking for permission. Strong people live the same way. They don't waste energy trying to impress everyone, because they understand something most people never learn. No matter what you do, someone will admire you, someone will criticize you, and someone will misunderstand you. That's life. Trying to please everyone is like trying to catch the wind. No matter how hard you try, you'll never succeed. The only opinion that should guide your life is the one you see in the mirror every morning. Ask yourself, am I becoming a better person than I was yesterday? If the answer is yes, you're already winning. Real confidence doesn't come from compliments. It comes from keeping promises to yourself, doing the right thing, even when nobody notices. The day you stop chasing approval, you begin chasing purpose. And purpose will always take you further than popularity ever can. Remember, people's opinions change every day, but your character can last forever. Protect your character, and you'll never need anyone's permission to live your life. Your greatest enemy isn't another person. It isn't failure. It isn't bad luck. Your greatest enemy is losing control of your own emotions. Think about the biggest mistakes you've ever made. How many happened when you were calm, patient, and thinking clearly? Very few. Most happened when emotions took over. Anger, fear, jealousy, frustration, in a single moment. One emotional decision can destroy years of hard work. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. They never tried to eliminate emotions. They learned to control them. Imagine you're driving a powerful sports car. Your emotions are the engine. Your mind is the steering wheel. Without an engine, the car goes nowhere. But without a steering wheel, it crashes. That's exactly how life works. Emotions give you energy. Wisdom gives you direction. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the mind becomes stronger when it refuses to be controlled by temporary feelings. Because feelings change. Truth doesn't. One day you'll feel confident. The next day you'll doubt yourself. One morning you'll feel motivated. The next morning you won't. If your actions depend on your feelings, your future will always be unstable. But if your actions depend on your principles, nothing can stop you. The next time someone insults you, pause. Take one deep breath. Ask yourself, is reacting going to improve this situation? Most of the time, the answer is no. Silence is often stronger than revenge. Calmness is often stronger than anger. Patience is often stronger than force. That's why emotionally strong people rarely argue. They rarely lose control. They don't allow other people's behavior to control their peace. Remember, anyone can react. Very few people can respond wisely. The strongest person in the room is usually the calmest. Master your emotions, and you'll master your life. Because once your mind becomes stronger than your feelings, very little in this world can shake you. One of the biggest reasons people suffer is because they fight battles they were never meant to win. They try to control the future. They try to change the past. They try to change other people. And in the process, they lose control of themselves. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught a simple idea. Some things are within your control, and some things are not. Your thoughts, your choices, your attitude, your actions, these belong to you. But other people's opinions, the weather, the economy, the past, the future, these do not. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. Life works the same way. The harder you try to control everything, the more frustrated you become. But when you loosen your grip, you find peace. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, disease, betrayal, and endless pressure. Yet he reminded himself every single day, I cannot control what happens, but I can always control how I respond. That mindset made him unshakable. Think of a sailor crossing the ocean. He cannot command the wind. He cannot stop the waves, but he can adjust his sails. And that is enough. Your life is no different. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? Instead ask, what is the best thing I can do right now? That one question shifts your focus from frustration to action. Every minute you spend fighting reality is a minute you lose building your future. Acceptance is not giving up. Acceptance is seeing reality clearly, so you can move forward with wisdom. Remember, peace doesn't come from controlling life. Peace comes from controlling yourself. And when you finally let go of what was never yours to control, you'll discover a freedom that no one can ever take away. One of the biggest reasons people suffer is because they fight battles they were never meant to win. They try to control the future. They try to change the past. They try to change other people. And in the process, they lose control of themselves. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught a simple idea. Some things are within your control, and some things are not. Your thoughts, your choices, your attitude, your actions, these belong to you. But other people's opinions, the weather, the economy, the past, the future, these do not. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. Life works the same way. The harder you try to control everything, the more frustrated you become. But when you loosen your grip, you find peace. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, disease, betrayal, and endless pressure. Yet he reminded himself every single day, I cannot control what happens, but I can always control how I respond. That mindset made him unshakable. Think of a sailor crossing the ocean. He cannot command the wind. He cannot stop the waves, but he can adjust his sails. And that is enough. Your life is no different. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? Instead ask, what is the best thing I can do right now? That one question shifts your focus from frustration to action. Every minute you spend fighting reality is a minute you lose building your future. Acceptance is not giving up. Acceptance is seeing reality clearly, so you can move forward with wisdom. Remember, peace doesn't come from controlling life. Peace comes from controlling yourself. And when you finally let go of what was never yours to control, you'll discover a freedom that no one can ever take away. Most people wait until they feel motivated. They tell themselves, I'll start tomorrow. I'll begin when I feel ready. I'll work harder when I have more energy. But tomorrow keeps moving, and their dreams never do. The Stoics never trusted motivation, because motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Imagine two people climbing the same mountain. The first climbs only on days when the weather is perfect. The second climbs every single day, even when it's cold, even when it's raining, even when every step feels difficult. Who reaches the top first? The answer is obvious. Life rewards consistency, not excitement. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. Yet every morning, he reminded himself to rise and do his duty, not because he always wanted to, but because it was the right thing to do. That's discipline, doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Think about a blacksmith forging a sword. One strike of the hammer changes nothing, neither do 10. But after thousands of strikes, a strong blade is born. Your habits work the same way. Reading a few pages every day, exercising when you're tired, keeping your promises, showing up when no one is watching. These small actions seem ordinary, but over months, they create an extraordinary life. The strongest people aren't always the most talented. They're simply the most consistent. They understand that success isn't built in one big moment. It's built in thousands of small choices. So the next time your mind says, I don't feel like it, remember this. Your future doesn't care how you feel today. It only remembers what you chose to do. Because every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. Life will test you, again and again. Some days, everything will go your way. Other days, nothing will. The question isn't whether obstacles will appear. They will. The real question is, who will you become because of them? Most people see obstacles as the end of the road. The Stoics saw them as the beginning of growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote one of the most powerful ideas in Stoicism. The obstacle in the way becomes the way. Think about that. Every setback contains a lesson. Every failure builds wisdom. Every difficult season strengthens your character. Imagine a river flowing toward the ocean. A huge rock blocks its path. Does the river stop? Does it complain? No. It simply finds another way. Over, around, or through the obstacle. Eventually, even the hardest stone begins to wear away. Not because the river is stronger in one moment, but because it never stops moving. Your life works the same way. The obstacle isn't there to destroy you. It's there to develop you. Every rejection teaches resilience. Every mistake teaches experience. Every disappointment teaches patience. The people you admire today were shaped by the struggles they refused to run from. Without hardship, there is no courage. Without failure, there is no wisdom. Without resistance, there is no strength. So the next time life blocks your path, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead ask, what is this trying to teach me? That one question changes everything. It transforms pain into purpose, failure into feedback, and obstacles into opportunities. Remember, the strongest people aren't those who face the fewest problems. They're the ones who refuse to let problems stop them. Every challenge is preparing you for a future version of yourself. Keep moving, keep learning, keep growing, because one day, you'll realize the obstacle you feared the most was actually the reason you became stronger than you ever imagined. In today's world, everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants to prove they're right. Everyone wants the last word. But the Stoics understood something different. Silence is often a greater sign of strength than speaking. Think about it. How many arguments have started because someone refused to stay silent? How many relationships have ended because of words spoken in anger? Once words leave your mouth, you can never take them back. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, you always have the option of having no opinion. Not every insult deserves a response. Not every criticism deserves your attention. Not every battle deserves your energy. Imagine a deep lake. When the water is calm, it reflects everything clearly. But when the surface is disturbed, nothing can be seen. Your mind works exactly the same way. A calm mind sees solutions. A restless mind creates problems. The strongest people don't speak the most. They observe. They listen. They think before they act. Because wisdom begins where unnecessary words end. Silence is not weakness. Silence is self-control. It shows that your emotions do not control your actions. The next time someone tries to provoke you, pause. Smile if you have to. Walk away if necessary. Remember, not reacting is sometimes the most powerful response. When you stop trying to win every argument, you begin winning something far more valuable: your peace. Seneca believed that a wise person speaks only when their words improve the silence. Ask yourself before speaking, will these words solve the problem or create another one? If they create another problem, silence is the wiser choice. Because people may forget your words, but they'll always remember your character. Master the power of silence, and you'll discover a confidence that doesn't need to announce itself. Real strength isn't always loud. Sometimes, it says nothing at all. In the end, your greatest strength will never be your money, your success, or your reputation, because all of those things can disappear. Money can be lost. Success can fade. Fame can vanish overnight. But there is one thing that no one can take from you: your character. The Stoics believe that character is the foundation of an unbreakable life. Marcus Aurelius ruled one of the greatest empires in history. Yet he reminded himself every day that power was temporary. Only virtue would remain. Imagine building two houses. One is built on sand. The other is built on solid rock. When the storm arrives, which one survives? Life brings storms to everyone. Failure, loss, betrayal, rejection, unexpected change. The people who build their lives on money or other people's approval often collapse when those things disappear. But the person who builds their life on honesty, discipline, courage, and integrity remains standing, because real strength comes from within. Ask yourself, who are you? When nobody is watching, do you keep your promises? Do you stay honest? Even when lying would be easier? Do you remain kind? Even when others are not? That is where true character is revealed. Seneca believed that every challenge was an opportunity to practice virtue, not to impress the world, but to improve yourself. Remember, life doesn't test your comfort. It tests your character. Every difficult moment asks the same question: will you become bitter or better? The answer is always your choice. Build a mind that remains calm. Build habits that remain strong. Build values that never change. Because when your character becomes your greatest strength, no storm, no failure, and no person can truly break you. That is the mindset of a true Stoic. Take a moment and think about your life. How many times have you said, "I'll be happy when I have more money, when I get the promotion, when people finally understand me, when life becomes easier"? But what if happiness was never waiting in the future? What if it has always depended on the way you think? The Stoics believe that the quality of your life depends on the quality of your mind, not your circumstances. Imagine two people walking through the same storm. One complains about every drop of rain. The other simply keeps walking. The storm is the same, but their mindset is different. That's why one grows stronger, while the other grows bitter. Life isn't unfair because it gives you challenges. Life is fair because it gives everyone challenges. The difference is how each person responds. Some people allow pain to become an excuse. Others allow pain to become a lesson. Some allow failure to stop them. Others allow failure to teach them. Every difficult moment is asking you one question: who are you becoming? Not, what have you achieved? But, who have you become? Because success without character means nothing. Money without peace means nothing. Power without wisdom means nothing. The Stoics spent their lives building something that no one could steal: a peaceful mind, a disciplined heart, an unbreakable character. And you can build the same, starting today, not by changing the world around you, but by changing the world within you. Remember, the strongest people aren't those who never struggle. They're the ones who never stop growing. Every sunrise is another chance to become wiser. Every challenge is another chance to become stronger. Every setback is another opportunity to prove that your mind is greater than your circumstances. Because when your inner world becomes powerful, the outer world loses its ability to control you. One day, life will test you again. Not when you're ready, not when you expect it, but when you least see it coming. Someone you trust may disappoint you. A dream may fall apart. People may judge you. Some may leave. Others may betray you. And in that moment, you'll have two choices. You can allow life to break you, or you can allow life to build you. The Stoics chose the second path. They understood that suffering is temporary, but character can last forever. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Those words still hold power today, because every day, you choose the thoughts you feed. You choose the habits you repeat. You choose the person you're becoming. No one else can make that choice for you. Remember the lessons you've learned. Face fear with courage. Control your emotions. Let go of what you cannot control. Choose discipline over comfort. Turn obstacles into opportunities. Protect your peace through silence. Build a character that no storm can destroy. These are not just Stoic ideas. They are daily practices. The more you live them, the stronger your mind becomes. One day, people will ask you, "How do you stay so calm under pressure?" They won't see the battles you've fought inside your own mind. They'll only see the strength you've built. And that is the reward of living like a Stoic. Because an unbreakable person isn't someone who never falls. It's someone who always stands back up, stronger, wiser, and calmer than before. Keep moving forward. Keep mastering yourself. And never forget, the greatest victory you will ever achieve is victory over your own mind. As we reach the end of this journey, take one deep breath. And remember this, the world will never stop changing. People will continue to judge. Life will continue to test you. Success will come, and sometimes it will leave. But none of those things have the power to define who you are. Only you do. Every day you wake up, you have a choice to react with fear or respond with wisdom, to chase comfort or build discipline, to complain about life or grow through it. That choice will shape your future more than talent, luck, or circumstances ever will. The Stoics didn't become strong overnight. They became strong by practicing small acts of courage every single day, and you can do the same. Start with one lesson, just one. Practice it today, tomorrow. Practice it again. Because real transformation never happens in a single moment. It happens through consistent action. Months from now, you'll look back and realize you no longer react the way you used to. You no longer fear what once controlled you. You no longer seek approval from everyone. You'll simply become calmer, wiser, stronger, and truly unbreakable. If this video inspired you, don't let it end here. Apply these lessons in your daily life. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe to Stoic Mindset for more powerful Stoic wisdom, mental toughness, and timeless life lessons. Leave a comment below. Which Stoic lesson spoke to you the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay humble, stay calm, and remember, no matter how difficult life becomes, a strong mind will always find a way forward. I'll see you in the next video.